Hi, Mr. Bhatia.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yes. How can I help you?
Yeah, so I was wondering, whenever you think of humanity 200 years from now, what do you think it looks like
You mean 200 years in future?
in the future? 2222.
2222. I mean, how can I say this? It is a very difficult question. And I'm very sure everything will change. 200 years is a long period of time. And I can't imagine what will happen at that time. But within last, few years, like a decade or two, the world has changed a lot. We can see people are coming out. There are no boundaries in any sphere, and everybody is free, and they can display whatever they like. And people, they like to learn more and more. They want to be more competitive in their field. That's very good. This is what I like. And so this, what I imagine after 200 years, what will happen is beyond my imagination, to be honest with you.
Well, one thing that might provide a clue is how things have changed in the past 200 years.
Okay.
So what do you think it was like 200 years ago?
20 years ago, I mean, there were no transport, there were no people so advanced. People today are more educated, more open, more liberal. The same case, I don't think it was at that time, because transport, traveling has made the people come together and to know each other better. And this has increased the humanity's collaboration, cooperation, understanding, love for each other. It has made that way. And I hope from 200 years ago, the world will be completely changed. This is what I believe, yes. It will be much, much better than what we can see today. Yes.
So I just, some other ways to kind of approach the question. Do you think there'll be more people, less people, or the same amount of people in 200 years?
There will be more people. You see, this is all very beyond my imagination, the sense that today we got very, very dangerous weapons with us. And at any time, any leader, he comes, which is beyond our thinking, what he can do, a terrible man, he can destroy everything. But I hope it will not happen. I hope. And there will be love for each other. People, they should understand the word here is, there's no other word for the human beings. This is the only word we got to live in. So people, they will, I don't think they'll try to destroy or do anything. To be honest, as I told you, I mean, today we got atom bombs. The weapons which we got, it can destroy the whole world within no time. But I don't think people, they will use it. People, they understand what will happen, what can happen. But still, I do not know. This is all up to the God. He knows. I cannot understand. I cannot tell you.
Do you think there'll be more countries or less countries, or the same number of countries in 200 years?
More countries or less countries? What do you mean?
Well, you got the United States and Canada and Mexico. These are countries.
Yeah.
So will there be more countries or fewer countries in 200 years?
If you say fewer countries, that means the powerful nations will dominate the weaker nations. It should not happen. So there won't be more countries. I don't think so. And not less countries also. But again, I told you, we never know which type of leader is going to come back, and he comes into power like Hitler he came. No, nobody expected that what he will do, But I don't wish that should happen. Yeah.
How about more currencies, less currencies, or the same number of currencies?
What currency?
Currencies, types of money, like dollar, yen,
Oh no,
peso.
it will prosper. People will be more
But
happy.
will there be more types of money or fewer types of money?
No, more money people they'll have. People,
Well, not more money, but more types of money.
more types of money.
Yeah, like how Europe, for example, there's no longer a franc the French
yeah,
don't
they
have,
got
they got the
one-
euro.
Yeah.
So do you think there's going to be?
No, I don't think there will be more currencies in the world. No, because it doesn't pay. It's not good to have so many type of currencies. Therefore, Europe has made only euro only for the whole world, for the whole Europe. So that is very good. It is very good, and this type of things will happen to bring the people together. There will be peace, more peace in the world, and because people will have more understanding. And more you close, I understand you better. If you are far away from me, I can, think something else. But when I know personally you, I know that what type of Mr. Nathan is, and I'm very happy. I can deal with you. You can deal with me. You can talk. We can be friendly. So this type of thing will happen. There's no way that the people will get destroyed or the world will, even though we got those weapons available, but I don't think this will happen. No.
Do you think people in the future are going to live longer, shorter, or
Longer, definitely.
Like how much longer?
Longer, maybe about 100 years, 120 years, it will be common.
120 years would be common?
Yeah, minimum 100 years. This is what I believe. Yes, minimum man can live 100 years.
You think-
Today, average age is maybe 60, 50, 60, but that will increase and it will be 100 years minimum. This is what I think.
Do you think anybody will live 200 years?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think that'll be true forever, or at some point people will live for 200 years?
Say again.
Do you think that'll be true forever, or do you think at some point in the future we'll
This
figure
will
out-
be the things with the time everything changes, Nathan. Is all the time the same thing doesn't happen. What you have noticed in your life, I have also noticed in life. So because of the science and technology, the things will get still better and better. People they will come more closer, and there won't be any fight. And maybe people they will think that the weapons which you are making, they are of no use. We are just wasting our money. They won't pay us any right because these are only for destruction and nothing else. So those type of feelings people they will have, and they will love each other, and there will be more cooperation. World will more prosper. People will be more happier than what we see today. Yes.
Do you think people will live underneath the ocean?
I don't think so. We got our whole body is made to live on Earth. If we are thinking about living in space, the conditions are different. Under the ground, under the earth also, the conditions are entirely different. They are not meant for the human being to live. For us, it's on the earth. So I don't think it will be. If it's something they will do, but it won't be successful. Yes, this I think.
What do you mean?
I mean, the success, as you say, that the people they will try to live underground. No, I don't think so. No. This the world is, but their nature works. If there are too much people and they cannot live, the earth becomes smaller, people become congested. Something will happen from God, nature. People will be destroyed or something will happen, so that again the population will go down and the people will try to make up and live more happily. This is the process of nature. Yes. So nature plays its own part in our lives, and we cannot predict it. Yes.
So in 1969, how old were you?
1969, I was 32 maybe.
32.
Yeah.
So do you remember Neil and Buzz landing on the moon?
Yeah, yes, I saw the moon. Yeah, that I saw.
Where were you?
I think I was in Bahrain.
And how did you? Did you watch it on TV? See it on
Yeah,
newspaper?
we watched on the TV. It was amazing. Unbelievable. And we said, "Oh, America has got. It's a great success for Americans to bring a man land on the moon." It was very unexpected. You cannot imagine the man can go so far up to the moon. and they did it. It was very nice. It is advancement of science and technology, and that is always good. But we have got to use it in the sense for the human beings, for their benefit. You know, as humanity should more prosper by those means, not to destroy. And people they understand. People who have got the weapons, they know that if they use it, it's not that other people will get destroyed. They themselves also will get destroyed. Yes. So it is not in their interest to use any type of weapons. Weapons will disappear one day. People will live more peacefully and more happy and more prosperous. Yes.
So when they landed on the moon, what did you think?
It was good, but I finally think that what is the advantage? What you get out of it in terms of our prosperity, our usage in our lives, how helpful it is. Does it pay anything? I don't think so. So, in my opinion, yes, people they are very curious to find new places, what is happening over there. We want to try to find out anything. But it's just okay, let them do and find out. It's their curiosity, they got money to spend, let them spend the money, that's all right. But to me, it is futile. No use, no.
So you don't think we got anything out of going to the moon back in 1969?
Again, say again.
So we didn't get any benefit out of going to the moon in 1969?
To me, I don't see anything. If you go, if you know, tell me. If you got any knowledge about that, okay, after we have taken a man who has landed on the moon, we got this benefit, you tell me something about it. Tell me one or two advantages.
Well, one thing is we trained a whole bunch of engineers who then went off and invented other things. So it may have been good from that perspective.
Say again.
We trained a whole bunch of engineers. And then those engineers, after the program was shut down, went out into private industry and companies. And perhaps that is one of the reasons why we saw technology advance so quickly, was having so many engineers.
Okay, I mean, so what? I mean, you tell me advantage practical in what have you seen? This you tell me. How you feel yourself. Did you get an advantage yourself? Any family, in the society? What happened? In the nation? What advantage you got? Tell me.
Well, one thing is you thought, you said that whenever we landed on the moon, people thought America was really, technologically advanced.
Yes, right.
So that's one advantage that the United States got out of going to the moon.
Ultimately, you come to the benefit. What benefit humanity got by taking a man on the moon? It was just adventure.
Well,
nothing else.
One thing that we got from Apollo 8, the first time we went around the moon, which was 1968, was actually taking that picture of Earth in space and people seeing that the world that they live on is actually really small and fragile. And some people credit that picture alone with really having improved people's environmental consciousness. And, having the Environmental Protection Agency, started Earth Day, and people realized that the world that they live on isn't quite as big as they thought, and they need to take care of it.
It doesn't make any sense to me. No. I want to know the practical advantage humanity got by taking a man on the moon. Tell me, what humanity got? What benefit? Did you prosper? Did you have better something, better to eat, everything available, this and that? No. Practical, what human beings they got? Nothing. It's just it's an adventure. It's a type of adventure, nothing else. Or it to say, yes, we know this technology, we can do this, that's okay. But in terms of to the humanity, what particularly advantage they received from taking a man on the moon, I don't see so. But if you know, you tell me that yes, man has got this, man got this, man got that. Which way? Tell me if you know something.
So, what are some things that you think humanity has gotten benefit from?
What I think, what?
What are some things that humanity has gotten benefit from? Like, what are some things that you think are worthwhile?
Important is only just we must try that how human being they can. There's a poverty. Poverty should not be there. There should not be poor man. There should not be any man who will sleep without food. No, that should be our aim. Poverty should be erased completely. Everybody should have enough to live and comfortably. That type of world I want. Yes. And not now spending money moon there and there. Poor people go and see how people they are living. They don't have the house to live. They don't have anything to eat. You go and look at it. They are dying out of their diseases. Provide those facilities to humanity. Not taking a man on the moon. Okay, so what happens? What practical advantage a human being got by taking a man on the moon? Just tell me. What advantage?
A educated workforce that was, engineers, the technicians that actually built the rocket, they were all trained within inside of a generation. And I think whenever the program was shut down, now those engineers went off into private industry and they developed a whole wide range of that engineering mindset to actually develop a lot of the devices that we have in our world today.
Okay, that I agree. That's it, okay. But up to what extent you want to do? Every time? But you just imagine the amount of money and the efforts you spent by taking a man on the moon. Just imagine that. How much money? How much efforts? How much time? Is it worth? Compare that, your efforts, money, what would you spend to take a man on the moon, and the advantage you got in return. Compare them.
Well, I mean, the thing is that money itself doesn't actually do anything, right? Money
does not do anything.
Money does not do anything.
No, money is you are living for money. I live for money. I work for money.
Not at all. Because what does things is actually like money does not create food. What creates food is actually planting seeds in the ground, watering it, and producing the actual fruit. You could spend all the money in the world and not actually create anything, or you could spend very little money and create a lot. The difference is, that whole production, the technology, the ability to make things.
Mr. Nathan, money is a source. Money is nothing by itself. It has got nothing. We have created money to make our transactions easy.
That's right. But
Yes.
the transactions don't do anything. It's engineering. It's engineering and production that does things.
That is that also they need the money. Money is to buy something for you. Money is a source. It's not practical something which it produces. No. Yes, we produce the whatever you in the field. We make the factories. We make something in the factories. Whatever we do, whatever we make, that is yes. But that is only through the money. That is the source. We have made a economy in a way that people they can understand, they can work. And that's the source, easy source. Otherwise, nobody. In the olden days, what it used to be, they used to give them. If I got a lot of wheat, okay, you work for me 10 hours, I'll give so much wheat. Somebody will give rice. That was the way, the barter system.
Right, but even in all that time, you had people who ruled entire countries that wouldn't even have this device that I have in my hand. Now, this device that I have in my hand could not be created by money. It had to be created by people going, with the curiosity and wondering if they could actually, invent something, and invention leading to invention leading to invention. And so sometimes, like with curiosity, you don't know where it's going to lead you. But it's by being curious that we go and we actually discover new things that transform things. Like the microwave, for example. 100 years ago, we didn't have a microwave. You had to actually go and start a fire. And it doesn't matter how much money you spent back whenever the days you're going to start a fire, you would never be able to get a microwave. You had to take somebody that was wondering, I wonder what happens whenever I take radio waves. And is it possible to use that to heat something up? And people probably said that was impractical. And, why are you bothering with that? If you want to heat something up, you should go and start a fire. Why are you trying to build this device to heat things up? And now we use microwaves all the time. So it's that curiosity that allows for us to actually, is it possible to make sick people well? What causes sickness? And so, in order to do these things, you have to be curious. And if you're not curious and you only looked at the practical things, then you would never find these new techniques to do things.
I agree. Curiosity is very important, and curiosity is by nature. Man has got curiosity in him. It's all by nature. He's trying to find out something new. And also at the same time, he's trying to make his life, it can make his life more easy, comfortable. This is what human being's nature is.
But
it's all by nature.
There's a lot of people who go and run marathons or climb tall mountains or go underneath the ocean and do scuba diving. And I think that these people aren't feeling comfort at the time that they're doing it. Climbing a mountain is not a comfortable thing to do. It's not a relaxing thing to do, but people do it because, they feel like they're expanding their range. They want to go and do stuff. So I think, this exploration adds value to humanity.
The exploration is correct, I agree. But sometimes people, they do extraordinary things just so that their name will be there. Yes, who has done it? So and so. Who has done it? So and so. That also is behind them. So out of curiosity and also out of their mind, thinking that yes, if I do something extraordinary, my name will be there in the history. From that point of view, also the people, they do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, one thing that's been really challenging with space is that we've been using rockets that you use one time and you throw away and you have to build a new rocket. Now, if you did that with airplanes or cars or bicycles, even those things would be way too expensive to actually be used. But there are people that are working on reusable rockets that would be used similar to the way that you use airplanes, that would make it very cheap to travel across the world in 30 minutes, or to go into orbit, or to go to the moon. And it may be as cheap as flying from here to New Zealand. And I was wondering what you thought about the cost being much cheaper.
I don't think so. It is possible. Cost will go down, but how many people will be interested in such events, I do not know. Do you think that everybody likes to go by rocket, fly from here to Australia? I should reach how many people?
Well, you could go from here to India in 30 minutes.
Okay, I know.
That would be transformational. People could, go to India on Friday, spend the weekend, come back on Sunday, and not miss a day of work.
Yeah. That's possible, but how much it will help? Maybe how many people that travel?
Well, you don't like traveling in airplanes because you have to sit down there for 6, 7, 8 hours.
Yes. No, not 8. It takes 24 hours to reach to India.
What if it took 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Then your view of going to India would be different, right?
I know, but do you think it will be possible?
Yes. I think it'll happen before 2030.
I hope so. To me, it is because it's not a matter of reaching there. It's a matter of speed a man able to sustain. That is important.
Right?
Yes. At present, yes, we can sustain the speed. Whatever the plane is taking is 400 miles per hour or 500 miles per hour. But that speed is too fast, Mr. Nathan.
But the thing is, whenever you're in a plane going 600 miles per hour, you don't feel it. You can walk around without anything.
Yeah.
It's not the speed, it's the change in speed that you feel. Like the actual acceleration going from 0 to 50 miles per hour, you feel that. But once you get up 50 miles per hour, you don't feel that. So the thing is, the plane only accelerates from 0 to 650 miles per hour. It doesn't keep going beyond that. So with the rocket, you'll be able to go beyond that. Plus, you'll be able to get through the atmosphere, go above the atmosphere, and come back down.
It will be difficult to be also to me difficult. And then first thing they have got to test and find out it is safe. Those rockets and how many people they can travel at a time. And so people, this may be This may happen, but it will take time. Gradually, because there was a time people were not, people were scared to travel a plane. Oh, it will fall down.
That's true.
It can kill me. So it will take some time.
But now millions of people travel by plane.
Yeah, so as you said about the rocket to reach within half an hour in India, that also will take time. Number one, they have got to build those type of rockets and in which people they can travel. Number two, people, will they be able to sustain such a fast speed or no? So these things they have to come up and it may take time, gradually. It can happen, I don't say no, but it will take some time.
Now, 22 years ago, we didn't even have this phone.
Yes, that's correct.
And now everybody has one.
Yes, correct. Yes, the science and technology is advancing at very fast pace. I agree. But this can happen by 20, 30 years, that will be possible. I don't say no. It can be. But man has to first see that, yes, I'm safe. Safe, he considers about safety first. But once they try to say, yeah, it is completely safe as today, we can fly by the plane, 100% we are sure we are secure, then that can also happen.
Well, let's say it does happen, and how many people would need to go safely before you felt comfortable flying on it?
I mean, people will go in the sense that first thing, it will be very expensive, maybe. I do not know. Because those rockets, when they weigh, very expensive rockets. And what money they are going to charge a man to travel from one place to another place, I do not know. And how many people they can afford that type of man.
They say they could be profitable at the equivalent first class ticket price. So first class airline ticket price. So what does it cost to fly from Houston to Mumbai on a first class airline ticket?
Today?
Uh-huh.
I don't know exactly, but I don't think...
like 10,000?
Yes, maybe about $10,000.
So if it costs $10,000 to get there in 30 minutes?
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course, they will say, okay, that's $10,000 is okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, but reasonable amount. But if it is, say, 50,000, 40,000,
right.
How many people they can afford? They cannot afford.
Well, I mean, the thing is this, a 747 costs the same as one of these rockets to build.
Really?
Yeah. But a 747 can only do one trip in like a day and a half.
Yeah.
Because it has to, it takes so long to fly.
Correct.
Here, if you're able to fly in 30 minutes, you might be able to do 10 flights a day with the same vehicle.
Yes. But Mr. Nathan, I doubt about the speed. This man will be able to sustain. This is very important. Yes. Such a high speed to sustain for a man by sitting that capsule or rocket, I don't think it's possible.
Well, let's say a few people go on it safely. It costs $10,000. How many people would have to go before you felt comfortable? Like, how many people would you need?
I mean, it depends upon the man and how much he can afford. I mean, if I got $10,000...
No, you have $10,000, but before you felt it was safe that you could go, how many people would need to go before you? How many times would it have to be successful before you're like, oh, I feel like it's okay?
When we are 100% sure, yes, so many people, they have traveled, they are reached over there safely. I mean, this will be worldwide known. Everybody will know that this is happening.
Is it like one flight's enough? Or you need 10 flights or 100 flights?
Not at least 10, 15 flights.
10 or 15 flights?
Yes, 10 or 15 flights.
And then you'll feel like I can go.
Yes, then I'll feel, yes, it's okay. I mean, yes, that's true.
Now, what if for $10,000 you could make it into orbit and see the Earth from above? Is that something that you would find interesting?
Let's say again.
To see the Earth from space?
Yeah.
If that cost you only $10,000?
I don't think I'll be interested.
You wouldn't be interested?
No, I don't think so.
No. Why not?
No, I mean, what is the fun? What is this? It's just you see down. I can imagine what it looks like. You see in the films. How when you are up in the space, how the Earth looks like. We can see ourselves. So what is the use of yourself trying to go up and see? No need.
Well, a lot of people know what the Taj Mahal looks like, but they still go visit.
No, and see, Nathan, everybody has got his own choice.
Have you visited the Taj Mahal?
Huh?
Have you visited the Taj Mahal?
Yes.
Why did you go?
Because they say that this is one of the wonders of the world. I did not find this construction. Yes, made it during that 400 years before.
Sure.
At that time, when the technology was not so advanced, right? And at that time, to build such a thing, it was something wonderful. And they have made all the what you call stones they used, special stones at that time to make it. It was very difficult to imagine at that time. The people were so educated and so much advanced, we cannot think so. But still they made it. Some people were there because this king was there. He tried to find out who can make it, who can do it. So he tried to find out, maybe some people they come back, they tried, and he paid the money to them. And they came back and they did it. Yeah.
Were you glad you went to go see the Taj Mahal?
I said yes.
But I mean, were you glad that you went, or do you wish maybe it's not worth
No,
it?
it did not impress me so much. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's all right. But it is my country, and this is one of the seventh wonders of the world. So I say yes, it is. I don't say no.
You had to go see it.
Yes, I can encourage anybody. Yes, please go and see it. Yes. Well, it's okay. That's all right. It's not. That time, people think that it is too much. But today, people, they can make it like this. So many Taj Mahal, they can make it for you. So much technology is there today. Yeah. So at that time, no. It was difficult.
And so imagine somebody 200 years in the future writing a paper about now. What are some things that you hope they would be able to write about this time?
Say again this question.
So imagine in 200 years, there's a person in high school, they're in a history class, and they have to do a project. And the project is to go write a paper on the 2020s, on this decade.
Write the people?
Write a paper?
Write a paper?
Yeah, like do research on the 2020s. What are some things you hope that they could write about now? Like, what are some things that you hope in this decade will be significant enough to remember 200 years from now?
I mean, within next 200 years, what will happen?
Well, no. After 200 years, looking back on this time, is there anything in this time that's worth remembering?
Yeah. I mean, traveling is very important because traveling has improved a lot. Today we can go any part of the world, maybe in hours we can go. So this thing was not there before, and if you were talking that yes, something will come up, if you want to go from here to another country, you can reach within a few hours. Nobody could think, hey, you are mad. What are you talking about? This cannot happen. But this happened.
Yeah, I mean, Sonia and I left on Friday, went to Mexico City, came back on Sunday. Just like that.
Yeah, that's what I say. I mean, it's not just an example, but it's more than that is happening. You can fly more faster today, yes. But nobody, if you say 100 years or 200 years before, people, if you talk like this, they will say he's a mad. He does not know anything. How to fly, how it is possible. Man will fly within hours. He can reach from here to hundreds of miles away. No. This rubbish is talking. So, but this can happen because man always tries to find something new. He's curious, as you said. So these things, due to his curiosity, maybe something new we'll see in our future. Definitely, yes. New things will come. What it could be, I cannot say. It all depends, But something new every time, after some time, something new definitely will come. What? I cannot say. Yes.
Well, I know we talked about a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
But is there anything that you wanted to talk about that we didn't get to?
Not now, because I'm hungry. I want to go for my dinner.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you, Netaji. All the best. Enjoy.